This presentation will introduce parents to the development of a 21st century real learning space using Apple's iPad. iPads have revolutionised the way in which teachers can collaborate effectively with students, as well as providing easy access to the internet. Through the use of web technology, students and teachers now have the capacity to collaborate, communicate and connect with one another, as well as other groups from all over the world. Providing a learning environment that is positive and tech-savvy requires all school-aged children have continuous access to this web technology. There is no room left in our society for digital exclusion, and all children should have fair access to technology. Therefore, schools need to become committed to equal digital access for all students concerned. iPads are possibly the best form of hands-on devices using web technology, as they are portable and can fit comfortably in school bags, and they also have up to 10 hours of battery life per day, which makes them extremely user-friendly. The internet is an exciting and informative tool which has now become an essential part of school learning, but utilising it effectively requires the skills to search, retrieve, create and communicate, and children can waste valuable time in research. Therefore, students need to become extremely proficient in internet navigation. New media is constantly evolving, and it is important that classroom teachers evolve with it. Helping students to become proficient using the internet and its array of resources in a productive manner will benefit student learning outcomes immensely. The teacher will ensure students become digital citizens with appropriate use of technology and communicate information effectively. Communicating through the use of emails, blogs and Facebook are extremely beneficial forms of communicating, but digital communication options have exploded, and it is important the teacher teaches your child appropriate strategies in becoming responsible digital citizens. This means that students will be taught digital etiquette, where network communication is well mannered and appropriate language is expressed through social networking sites. Students will be taught strategies on how to digitally protect themselves through use of virus protection and backup. Setting up digital communication will enable students to communicate with one another as well as their teachers 24 hours a day, which will help students when they are attempting an assignment or homework and require immediate feedback. By having the iPad as their constant companion, accessing their teacher, fellow students and the world is literally at their fingertips. Rapid and continuing advances in ICT are changing the ways classrooms use, share and process technology, and having access to the iPad, which is loaded with relevant educational apps, will ensure the next generation of students are kept abreast with the rest of the world. There are literally hundreds of educational apps that are free or cheap to download, such as Maths Evolve, Spelling Squibble Words, Stack the Countries, Star Walk, History Maps and I Love Drawing Animals are just some of which are the fun, educational and creative ways to keep students engaged and on task. Not only do iPad apps benefit mainstream children, but apps have now been developed for children with Asperger's and are now being used to develop fine motor, social, language and sensory skills. Asperger's children tend to have mild to extreme social and communication issues, so collaborating and connecting with teachers and fellow students using web technology can help them immensely. An example of this is, let's say an Asperger's student is feeling stressed in the classroom but is unable to verbally express this. They can email, blog or Facebook their teacher while still in the same classroom and express how they feel without having to verbalise it, which is an area Asperger's children struggle with. A great tool to express how they're feeling is the app PBS My Kids Journal, which can help Asperger's children visually communicate with teachers and fellow students, as it is loaded with facial images with many different expressions. That is just one of the many apps available. Students need to be provided with a positive learning space, and using furniture appropriately, as well as creating a positive atmosphere by using modern and colourful interior design are all important factors to consider when maximising student learning, which is at the heart of all good learning spaces. Students can rearrange furniture, enabling them to work in groups, pairs or individually, or can lie down on the floor, which can be the preferred learning style for some students. iPads are extremely flexible, enabling the teacher to take the classroom learning to the outside environment, where they can journal or read today's news, which are all available by downloading the relevant apps. A brilliant feature on the iPad is the access to just about any book the class may be reading, and take it to the outdoors without the hassle of carrying one around, which can be cumbersome. and teachers do not have to rely on resources in the library or storeroom. iPads enable students to take photographs, videos, listen to music, listen to online lectures, access calculators, a compass, Google Earth, and create documents which incorporate design and images are all part of using the iPad. Having an iPad has enabled teachers to become limitless in what they teach students. Supporting the implementation of the iPad into today's classroom will enable the students of today to become technologically advanced, ultimately helping Australia's future economy. Thank you for listening.